Andre Onana is back in it. Guys, he will start in between the sticks for Manchester United against Olympic Lyon tomorrow night. Meanwhile, it has been confirmed what we all were not hoping for has been confirmed by the boss, Ruben Amorim. Joshua Zirkzee is out for the rest of the season. Welcome to the Network Sport. My name is Webb. Good news, bad news, however way you look at it, it's news all for you. And here on the United Hotspot, I've got to give it to you. I've just done with my exclusive online class. It was a beautiful class with a gentleman from Dubai, Mr. Sembatia. That should be the name. It was a beautiful class. I think he quite benefited from it. You can as well book your time and you get your 2 hours. Well, I've got some more energy to give it to you guys. It's not easy to teach for 2 hours, but anyway, this is what I've been doing for a long time, and certainly I love it. So be sure to book your time for your exclusive class, or book for the group class that will be on the 17th of May. Learn to make money online via Zoom or IMO, whichever works for you is what we'll use. Now let's get into it, guys. So Andre Onana, according to Ruben Amorim, is the guy. He is the real deal. He's going to start in between the sticks for Man United against Olympic Lyon. Why? Well, Amorim himself knows, probably after the assessment made by him and the goalkeeping coach, they have decided he's the best guy to start in goal despite the issues he's going through. For me, this is a sure vote of no confidence in Altel Bayindil, honestly. Because if Onana was ejected from the squad for one game, you come, you have, not a stinker. I don't want to refer to Altel Bayindil's performance as a stinker, but you concede 4 goals and the coach drops you and brings the same guy, the villain, back into goal. I think for me, it's a vote of no confidence. And it's sad. Clearly, for me, Bayindil now will be feeling like it's time to go. And I think for me, this is going to confirm that Altel Bayindil is leaving Man United at the end of the season, in the summer. For Onana, we can debate. Perhaps he's the best of what we have currently. But Bayindil is not trusted at all by Erik ten Hag, but even Amorim himself does not trust him. But so Onana starting in goal, what does it mean? And I think for me, the last game he played before the stinker he had in the penultimate game we had where he was in goal, I think Onana had picked up like the rest of the team. I think he was largely improving, and but of course we had already gotten fed up of him seeing a lot of his errors, and that is why we're waiting for him to just have one bad game and we go back into the anger and vent it out on him. But the reality is he had sort of tried to improve, and I'm not saying he's good because I'm looking at what we have currently. We are not going to buy a goalkeeper in a special window. We can only buy in the summer, and I think Onana has got to either leave permanently or go on loan or be a number 2. We bring in a number 1. I don't want you to get what I'm saying wrong, but I'm now focusing on the team and trying to get into the mind of Ruben Amorim and probably understand why he has chosen to make this decision of bringing back Onana in between the sticks. So I think for me, Onana is better than Bayindil by far. And the truth is, Onana had improved. All Onana needed was to be out with the issues he had, personal issues, but also, the issue with that Matic, Nemanja Matic. You thought it played him. It played him. The mind game worked. Nemanja Matic played for Jose Mourinho at Chelsea, successful Chelsea. So he knows what mind games are all about and what they can achieve you as a player. So for me, I think the mind games coupled with the personal issues affected him. That's why he had that slump. Yet he had picked up before that game. So again, we clearly saw Bayindil himself was not outstanding. He did not do himself a lot of favors with his cameo. So going back to Onana is not as shocking for me. The fact that he had brought him back immediately into the squad for me proved that he had a plan to bring him in. And it's not the worst of things to do. If Onana now gets his confidence again and the team is also better in front of him, not so many individual errors, he can have a good game. So for me, I think, but also Onana needed that statement. It was long overdue for someone to come out and show him that you're not all that. You can be benched, but it had looked like it's a birthright for Onana to start in between the sticks for as long as he's fit, especially in the big games in the Premier League and what have you. And no one would touch him even when he had a stinker. So maybe this was that he needed that break to get out and reflect on his career and think about himself and what he does, review himself, and because they know what he can do when he's good, when he's in the right frame. But also blaming his poor performances entirely on him is a bit unfair on him, honestly, because the entire Man United team has been performing bad. So if Onana is back in, Harry Maguire is back, I think we can expect a more improved, better performance from the entire squad. And if all of them perform better, Onana can give us a decent performance that we can ride on for the rest of the season, because clearly Baindale is not good enough. So for me, I will not dwell a lot on that. So Onana back in goal, confirmed by Amorim, it's okay. I can take it. We can take it. Whereas I told you I would have chosen Baindale if I have to me. But away from that, we know that there are solutions being figured out now when it comes to the goalkeeping department. The issue for me now is the lack of Joshua Zirkzee for the longer good, because the coach has confirmed he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Now, that means we are one good player short in a team where we don't have so many decent players. We are losing Zirkzee, who probably would say at the time of his injury, he was our second best player after Bruno. Look at it. Look at the Man United players currently, and clearly you will admit that Joshua Zirkzee has been our second best player behind Bruno. So what does that show you? What does that really prove to you? That we certainly have issues, a lot of issues beyond Andro Nana. There are more issues in the outfield, which is where games are won, because games are not just won by saves from the goalkeeper. It's goals. If the goalkeeper makes mistakes but you're scoring goals, you have a chance. You have every chance to win a game. So we have issues because in the outfield we are not good enough. Are we going to expect Kobe Maino or Garnacho to step up their game? Garnacho scored in the previous game. Is he going to add on that? Who do we look at? There is no Zirkzee. We only have Hoyland, who has lost his form completely. Who do we look at and bank on to support Bruno in trying to find the goals? Because clearly Bruno is going to be brought back in the central midfield to drop deep a bit and try to support the team from there. So there is all that to worry about. Probably now Ugarte and Casemiro will play as the two, and Bruno will be pushed up top to play with Garnacho and Hoyland up top, where Bruno pushed as a 10, one of the two tens with Garnacho and have Hoyland up top. Will it work? We've seen it, struggle, because when Bruno is playing as a 10, the ball doesn't really flow and get to him. He makes the ball flow if he's playing as one of the two central midfielders. But now clearly you think it's easy to suspect that the plan for Amorim is to play Ugarte and Casemiro and then take Bruno back in the number 10. That is if he's not going to start Kobe. So it's a bit of a confusion. So, but clearly you can admit that there is quite a number of issues to sort in the outfield before we worry a lot about the return of Andro Nana. Let's not judge him completely based on the one stinker he had. Yes, we know he has been, and again, I emphasize, in the for the longer term, Onana has got to leave, but currently he's the best of what we have. So that's the situation we are at as Man United. My probable starting 11, my predicted starting 11. Okay, now of course it's Onana. It has been confirmed. Nothing for me to predict there. But Onana in goal, Harry Maguire, Mazraoui on the right. Then on the left, certainly it's Leny Yoro. Then in the middle, Ugarte and Casemiro. Then Dogu and Dalo. Then Bruno, Garnacho, and Hoyland up top. If Kobe is fit, if by any chance Kobe is fit, most likely we could see Casemiro and Bruno as the two central midfielders. Then we have Kobe and Garnacho as the two tens behind Hoyland. Or as a surprise, and that would be a surprise, which I don't think, it would be a surprise, but I don't think Amorim would do it again. But as a third option, the other change I would see is Kobe playing as a false nine if he's deemed fit, Hoyland on the bench, Bruno and Garnacho as the two tens, then Ugarte and Casemiro in the central midfield. That's my prediction. Those are the three probable starting 11 as I'm trying to get into the mind. But you can see that there's not so many options for Amorim to play with. The only issue is Hoyland going to be starting as a striker? Remember, he has scored the most goals for us this season, 5 in the in the Europa League. So it's his stage, you would say. He had a decent game, I think, in our 4-1 win against Sociedad. So maybe he will start. Probably should start. So if that is so, then the debate will be on whether Bruno is played as a central midfielder, meaning Ugarte or Casemiro has got to make way, and then Kobe starts as a 10, or Kobe not yet fit enough to start, and then we have Ugarte, Bruno, and Casemiro. Or Ugarte and Casemiro are playing central, and Bruno joins Garnacho as a number 10. So whatever it is, the most important thing is we all know now, and the players should know better, that this is the most important game of the season. Hoyland knows it, he said it, Ericsson spoke about it, they all know it. Dalot, everyone knows it. Amorim himself, this is our most important game this season. If we lose this, everything is done. It all ends at this. It's our final, be fair final. You certainly have got to bring on your best game if you get a chance to be on the pitch. Let's hope that is what we see, because in this team, what we've realized, if the fight is there, they are competitive. If it's not, they are garbage. I hope not to see garbage tomorrow night. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. I will be giving you my prediction tomorrow. Cheers.